The Real McCoys, starring Walter Brennan, created by Irving Pincus.
Want you to meet the family known as the Real McCoys. That's Grandpappy Amos, the head of the clan. He roars like a lion, but he's gentle as a lamb. And now here's Luke, who beams with joy since he's made Kate Mrs. Luke McCoy. From West Virginia they came to stay in sunny California. Old Grandpappy Amos and the girls and the boys of the family known as the Real McCoys.
Here you are.
Oh, thanks, sugar babe.
Oh, Grandpa, would you like another cup of coffee?
No, thanks, Kate. I told George I'd be over to his place at 8:30.
Oh, just a minute. I want you to take this apple pie over to George. He hasn't had a good home-cooked meal since Florrie's been gone. He'll appreciate it.
I know, Kate, but a whole half a pie, wouldn't one piece be enough?
Grandpa, cast your bread upon the waters, and you know what you get back.
From George and Michael? Dirty pie plate, that's what.
Hi, Amos.
Hi, George.
What you got there?
Oh, a piece of home-baked pie, Kate, sent over to you.
Oh, boy. What kind?
I think it's apple. She didn't say. Heat it up in the oven, and we'll have it with coffee later, huh?
I didn't have a chance to clean up after supper.
Well, who'd you have to supper? The National Guard?
Well, I wasn't expecting no company, Amos.
You weren't expecting the Board of Health neither, was you? Someplace you can put some of this stuff?
No place left. The bathtub's just full.
Hey, look at that. Jelly and peanut butter all over the checky-board.
Well, I'd have kept the place cleaner, only I can't stoop too much on account of my sciatica. Anyways, my little sister Flora's coming back in a couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks? The way this stuff is piling up, they'd be lucky if they find you by morning. What you need, George, is a housekeeper.
A housekeeper?
Yeah, some good, strong female that'd come in here and help you dig out.
A housekeeper, huh? Hey, Amos, maybe you got a pretty good idea there.
And, George, there's a place downtown that can get you just the woman you need to clean up.
Then that's what I'll do. I'll get me a housekeeper. One that can do a little cooking and mending and you know, a little laundry.
Now, wait a minute, George. Let me tell you something. Don't you get a fat one. Because they just eat you out of house and home.
Yeah, I'll get me a real skinny one.
No, now, don't go the other way. Don't get a scrawny one either, because they tire too quick. Get one in the middle, you know. Just a fine figure of a female, you see. A good-looking woman.
Yeah, maybe so.
Yeah. Maybe there's one with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Hey, that'd be nice. A blonde. Blue eyes. I'll get right down to the employment place first thing Monday morning.
I'll go along with you.
Yes, gentlemen. I think you'll agree that Miss Trumbull here is exactly the woman you're looking for. And I say she's absolutely perfect for you. Her references are excellent.
I once worked for the congressman.
Isn't that wonderful?
And I'd be there yet if it wasn't for all those stairs. A 3-story house. Oh, too much climbing.
Well, when would you like her to start?
Stairs bother you, do they?
I don't believe I have your address, Mr. McMichael.
You just
Go out Mountain Road and look for a Hilltop House.
Hilltop house?
Who lives it? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Hilltop House.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, a real charming place. You go in and you go up 2 flights, you see, to the parlor. Then 2 more flights to the kitchen.
4 flights of stairs?
No, 6.
6?
Bedroom's still another 2 up. Beautiful view when you shave it.
I'm afraid that wouldn't do. I'm sorry, but I just couldn't take all those stairs. You understand, Miss Burns?
Of course.
Good day, gentlemen.
Jake. Set him up in the other alley.
Frankly, gentlemen, I've run out of names. You've seen 14 women, and none of them seems to please you.
Well, there must be someone else.
Well, I'll speak to Miss Phillips, but I don't think so. Excuse me.
That was a close one.
You gotta keep on your toes, George.
Hilltop House. Oh, that was a beauty.
Pardon me. Is Miss Burns here? I had an appointment to see her at 11.
Have a seat?
Take your pick.
Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am, but do you do housekeeping work?
Just a little. Actually, my classification, well, I'm more of a personal secretary.
Secretary. Well, that's more along the lines of what you wanted, ain't it, George?
Yeah, sounds just like it.
Although I really don't type too well, and I can't take dictation.
Well, it so happens I ain't got no typewriter.
No, and he ain't no dictator neither.
You see, my last job was with a wealthy widow who traveled a lot. Actually, what I really am is, well, a companion.
Companion. You hear that, George?
Yes, sir, I sure did.
Well, I just don't seem to be able to find it. Oh, yes, what is it, please?
Miss Burns, my name is Webster, Clarissa Webster. I've just sent in my application.
Oh, yes. Well, would you mind waiting just a moment until I'm finished with these gentlemen?
Well, now, wait just a minute. Maybe Miss Webster's just what we want.
Well, I really don't think so. She has a different classification.
Yeah. Yeah, we know.
Well, you don't do any house cleaning, do you?
No, I don't.
Well, house cleaning ain't everything.
No, George, you can always get someone come in and do the house cleaning.
But you don't cook either, do you?
Not very much.
There, you see, that'd make the cleaning easy. There wouldn't be no dishes to do.
What else you do?
I'm good at answering the phone and taking messages.
Now you can get all your telephone messages straight.
It'd be a godsend.
No need to go no further. She's the one. Why didn't you bring her out before? Were you hiding all the good ones?
Gentlemen, are you sure?
Sure, well, sure.
No doubt about it. She's absolutely perfect.
Hansie, little Luke, wash up now. Supper's almost on the table. Grandpa, I don't see why George don't come over here for supper instead of you going over there.
Oh, it just seems easier this way.
What you got on, Grandpa?
Just a little Papina's violet water.
Well, ain't you kind of gussied up just to have supper with George?
Well, I just happen to be the type that takes a little pride in his personal appearance. See you later.
Have a good time.
I'm going to try.
We'll have a little supper, and then I'll take you home. Excuse me.
Evening, George.
Amos. I didn't expect to see you tonight.
Well, I was just over here in the neighborhood, and I thought I'd drop in and thought you might be lonely.
Well, I appreciate it, but everything is fine. Good night. What is it, Amos?
George, I thought maybe we'd have a game or two of checkies.
No checks tonight, Amos. I'm having to buy the supper, and I'm going to call it a day.
Well, there's just one other thing. Kate said she needs a pie plate back.
The pie plate?
Yeah, I know right where it's
at.
Miss Webster.
Mr. McCoy.
Well, this is a surprise.
I'll bet.
George, George. Why keep a pretty woman like that in the dark? Just have a little light.
Well, we did make a little progress today.
Well, maybe you did, but it sure wasn't in the kitchen. It was a real nice meal. I enjoyed it.
Oh, Mr. McMichael's a wonderful cook.
Coffee, Clarissa?
No, thank you.
Would you like to play a game of checkies?
Hey, miss, I can't play checkers when I have company.
I ain't asking you, George.
It's getting rather late anyway. I think I'd better run.
You see, my car's right outside.
Mr. McMichael said he'd take me.
Well, maybe I could stop by and see you tomorrow.
I'm afraid I'll be busy here with things for Mr. McMichael.
Well, now, don't tell me your whole weekend's going to be took up by Mr. McMichael.
You can call me George.
It was nice seeing you again, Mr. McCoy.
Same here.
Shall we be going?
Right away. Allow me. Nice rhymes. But when it comes to women, it's personality and sex appeal over violet water every time.
Any chance you'd be going to George's place today?
No, I ain't going over.
Ah, well, maybe I better. This sprayer doesn't work. I thought we might borrow his.
Well, you can go over if you want it, but if you take my advice, the least you have to do with George McMichael, the better.
Say, what's been wrong between you two this last couple of weeks?
Ain't me, it's him. He got so darned uppity now, he's got help on the place. Ain't got no time for his old friends. He just wants to sit around and be waited on hand and foot.
I think I will drop over. I always wanted to see what it was like for a fella to be living in the lap of luxury.
Come in.
Well, George.
Stay right where you are. Don't go tracking up my clean floor.
Oh, yeah.
You'll wake up Clarissa.
Clarissa?
That's my housekeeper.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean, wake up?
Well, she likes to take a little nap, after lunch, and it gives me time to tidy up the kitchen.
You tidy up?
Oh, yeah. How'd you like that? Clarissa's chocolate bonbons. I forgot to put them back in the icebox. See, they melt in the heat, and the icebox keeps them fresher tasting.
Yeah, well, it's a little warm in here.
Oh, that's the oven. I got a chocolate cake baking. Well, look, what brought you here?
Oh, well, I was wondering if I could borrow your tree sprayer. But as I was driving up just now, I noticed your trees need a little work, too, so I expect you'll be using it.
No, you can have it. I won't use it today, and tomorrow's Thursday. That's my day at the supermarket.
Well, thanks, George.
Don't mention it, and if you'll excuse me now, I haven't time to gossip. I got to vacuum the living room. Oh, my sciatic.
George, are you sure you ought to be doing all these things?
Well, you see, it's got to be done. You see, Clarissa's having some friends over here this afternoon, and I want the place to look nice for her.
You want it to look nice for her?
Yeah. You see, her friends are giving her a shower.
Well, don't she do nothing for herself?
You don't understand. Clarissa is having an engagement shower.
Oh, engagement. Well, you mean she's getting married?
Yes, sir. Clarissa has done me the great honor of agreeing to become my wife.
His wife? It just don't seem possible.
Well, it does to me. I seen it coming. His own fault. That fool George, he don't know the first thing about handling women.
Well, what are we going to do about it?
What are we going to do about it? We ain't going to do nothing about it. You leave him get married. Serve him right. Running off with the first woman that comes along. After me giving him the best years of my life. Leave him go.
Well, Grandpa, don't you think you ought to at least talk to him?
Now, look, if he's aching for a wedding, it's his funeral. I ain't gonna do nothing about it. I wash my hands of the whole affair. I ain't gonna lift a finger or say a word. And I'm going right over there and tell him. George!
Hi, Amos.
Where are you?
Hanging up the laundry.
Pitiful, just pitiful. I want to have a talk with you.
All right, hurry it up. I'm busy.
I gotta find you first.
What you want?
I just want to remember you just like that.
I'm over here to talk about my coming marriage.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, I'm going through with it. You know, I always had half a mind to get married.
That's just about all it takes, too.
We're getting married next week. And that's that.
Now listen, George. All I'm trying to do is keep you from making a fool of yourself. And I'm telling you straight out, that woman ain't in love with you. All she wants is someone to wait on her hand and foot.
That's not so. She loves me for my own wonderful self.
And I say she's nothing but Minnie the Moocher.
And I say she ain't. And I've had enough of your ravens and rantings. You're just jealous, that's all.
Jealous? Why, you knothead, I was just trying to look out for that. Twinkle can. Easy now, George. Easy now. Yeah. You hurt, George?
Oh, my back. Ooh. No, my leg. It's my leg, Amos.
Yeah, well, it's probably a bad case of housemaid's knee. How is he, Doc? Nothing serious, huh?
No, nothing to worry about. His sciatica's acting up. Main thing is he seems to be completely exhausted.
Well, I don't wonder at that.
He needs complete rest for a few days and he'll be good as new.
Just a few days, huh?
I don't want him to do a thing but lie on that bed. Good thing he has a housekeeper.
Poor George. Some hot soup would taste good, wouldn't it?
You'd like some soup? I'll fix some for you.
Just lie still. I'll get the soup for you.
Oh, you're so good to me.
And if you need me for anything, just ring the bell.
You're an angel. That's what you are, a little angel. See, Amos, what did I tell you? She's perfect. Just perfect. Oh, Amos, what did the doc say?
Oh, he said a few days rest, he'd be as good as new.
I thought so. You can't keep a good man down. Say, Amos, did you notice how worried Clarissa was about me? And how she loves to take care of me and everything? Look, a little bell and everything. Oh, I get a lot to be thankful for. There's only one woman like her in a million.
Well, that's something we all got to be thankful for.
How do you turn the stove on?
I'll show you, sweetheart.
No, I'll show him. See, you just take hold of that little knob right there, you just push her in like that, and then she's on there, and she's off there, and that's all there is to it.
Of course. Oh, thank you, Mr. McCoy. Well, now, let's see now. I guess I'd better, open the can of soup before I put it in the pan, right?
Yeah, it's a little easy to eat that way.
Such a shame it had to happen. But I guess he'll be all right in a few days. I don't know what I'd do, this big house to run.
Well, of course, it is quite a chore, but you'll get used to it in time.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
In time? What do you mean?
Oh, well, now, don't worry. What does these doctors know anyways? The important thing is that you'll be together.
How long will George be laid up? A week?
Well, now, to tell you the truth, he didn't say a week.
A month?
Poor George. Right in the prime of life, too. Why does these things always has to happen to the good folks while the bad ones always stays healthy?
He's going to be bedridden for life, isn't he?
Remember, you said it, not me. At least he'll have you by his side to comfort him. In sickness and in health. But I guess we can forget the health part of it. You'll be there to cook and clean and do his laundry.
His laundry?
And his scrubbing and his mending. Morning, noon, and night. You'll never have to leave these four walls.
Never leave.
Till death do your part. He's calling now. I'll go, but I know it'll be you he wants.
Sweetheart, I've been thinking that after we get married... Oh, shoot.
Anything I can get for you, George?
No, there's nothing you can do for me, Amos. My little sweetie can take care of me just fine. Waits on me hand and foot. All I do is ring the little bell.
Well, all I can say is, George, if you wanted to hear you gotta get yourself a bigger bell.